So we go around all the way there. Like I said, we gotta give truth therapy. So what we do, we get now all that is so you just get to the point of being able to understand that like there could possibly be some other ulterior motive of why Nicki Minaj is doing this. If it's not money. Because I ain't never think it was a good look when Cardi B was like talking about like when they had on them shows right before, remember, because, alright, so you remember when Trump was running against Joe Biden and Joe Biden ended up winning, right? Remember when Cardi B and Charlamagne, everybody was like, yo, no, we did Joe Biden won. Kamala Harris was the vice president. Remember, Joe Biden, Kamala, everybody behind it. Oh, let's go. About 2 years through, everybody was wrecking them. Oh, who is Kamala? We don't know her. She don't do nothing. We forgot about her. Oh, Joe Biden too old to do this. He falling asleep. They calling him Sleepy Joe. Everybody, yo, when Donald Trump was running around calling him Sleepy Joe, one thing that we love as black people, the one way to really keep us engaged is to tell jokes while you wilding out.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
If your jokes start being weak,
what's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
You start trying to be too serious. The black collective will be like, hey yo, bro, you know what, man? Oh, your jokes ain't funny no more? We about to start paying attention now. What the legislation look like? You know what I ain't know about John McCain? And you know what? In the interest of us being honest, right? So no, in this first iteration, we do not think that Nicki Minaj should be talking about politics because I know that people go to school around this. Deuce, you up? Deuce. Yo, I think people go to school around this. I think some of Deuce's friends do. I think people study this shit. And go to school about this shit. This political shit ain't about saying shit that's just sound cool. This shit is about maneuvering, getting in position, getting power, and making shit happen. So you as an entertainer, your business is about something different a little bit. And if you don't understand that and know that, you don't know that, yeah, I'm not a role model. However, a lot of people looking up to me. So that was the criticism of Charles Barkley. However, as a human, as a parent, as a man, as a black, as a woman, as a white person, when it comes to your offspring, your kids, or the people in your charge, the young people who love you, who expect you to protect them, bring them up, have they back, understand them, teach them, guide them. That don't mean you get to give up and let some other stranger do it, because he might have a different way of doing it. But when we get into politics and we don't know what's going on, it's always a chance where you will look stupid. So even when people, oh, you defending this? No. What I'm saying is that I understand that this also happened with I'm just like, look, say you want me to sit up and bash Trump with you and then big up Barack Obama. I could be willing to do that. But first, I have to look into Barack Obama and see if later on when I'm doing this, somebody could be like, hey, how you gonna be bigging Barack up and he did this or the same thing? That's just the kind of person I am. I don't like to get caught up in that kind of thing. That's not a good thing to do. Hey, Gemini. I guess there was a vote at some point, and where was it? Maybe the Congress or the House of Representatives? I don't know which one. I don't know much about politics, right? But for Martin Luther King Day to become like a national holiday. I heard it said that John McCain was the only senator who didn't vote for it, which makes me think it was like the House of Senate or the Senate or something. Is that correct?
John McCain did vote against the establishment of the Martin Luther King Jr. federal holiday in 1983 when he was a congressman. He later stated he regretted that vote, though. There were other members of Congress who also didn't vote for it.
Okay, can you give me the actual number of the votes?
The bill passed the House of Representatives in 1983 with a vote of 338 to 90. It then passed the Senate shortly after by a vote of 78 to 22.
Okay, thanks, Gemini. We appreciate that information.
You're very welcome. Glad I could help.
Yo, that is so cool. We should have a show, Bull and Gemini. Now look, maybe I'll get a sponsor from them. Who knows? We got to push this Bull and Gemini angle. Somebody bigger than me is Steeler, then that'll be that, I guess. However, John McCain voted against it. But I remember when I was locked up, and I think John McCain was, and this wasn't for the presidency, so I think Bush won. I don't know, but did he run up against Obama or something like that? But I remember during that time he was like being painted out. He was like because then he get captured. Like then I think John McCain was like a prisoner of war. They was trying to prop him up, and I'm like, that's a kind of wild vote. Maybe he ain't threw that vote. And then I remember when Trump was bombing John McCain, how a lot of people on the left was using it and pushing it to black people. I mean, there was black people that was like, oh, this is wrong what he did to John McCain. We love John McCain, John McCain, John McCain, John McCain, John McCain. And yes, he took it back, but sometimes we don't forgive our own family members and people close to us when they take something back.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
But when whoever the days are told us to go ahead, we got to ride with John McCain, we was like, all right, cool. Okay, John McCain. I'm like, well, I was in jail. People saying, and I didn't even know it. And nevertheless, so sometimes people can be co-opted. I don't like to go to co-opted angle. I don't want to say stuff like that about Nicki Minaj. But Meg can put that in my head. We asked Gemini. And yes, we trust Gemini. And I'm not saying that because y'all just heard me say, hey, man, we could finally probably get our first sponsor, then we won't have to be poor. And then I have 35 different doctor jackets and robes that I could just switch through. I probably had different colors, though. I probably need smoking jackets as well. Because, you know, especially like if I get new ideas for wigs and stuff like that, and then I want to like smoke out a pipe and maybe do the pocket watch thing, definitely, because that idea, that pocket watch thing, that and the mustache, the fucking mustache that homie had. All right. Hold on.
She called J.D. Vance an assassin in a conversation with, of all people, Erica Kirk, whose husband Charlie was assassinated just 4 months ago. The singer realizes her blunder and looks mortified. But Erica gracefully brushes it off.
Trust me.
Whoa, was that planned? I mean, what, like, whoa. Was that a real slip by her? Was that a real slip?
There's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine.
It was a surprising pairing at the Turning Point USA conference.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Monkey's uncle. Jesus. I'm just opening the door for somebody to respond to me. Hold on, I want to find something a little bit. I want to find something longer here. Hold on, let me see. What is this?
File your taxes 100% free in the app if you didn't file with us last year. Just file with term.
Now the internet saying
So those of you who know, Charlie was very good about having a surprise for every AmFest. Okay, first one, we'll do this one. Unless you want to read it in your own voice. I think it'd be really great. Okay.
Oh, Gabby Poo, it only gets worse from here for you, buddy. It's the end of the road for you, my love. Get on the nearest jet ski and let that beautiful hair blow in the wind. It'll make you happier than this race that you will not win. Enjoy life. Peace.
Okay, I know she beefing with Gavin Newsom. Nicki Minaj. See, Gavin Newsom is the governor of California, right? Why is Nicki Minaj this deep into politics? And does this really have anything to do with her being, as Meg Kid put, I don't want to keep saying that because as we grow on social media, as we grow on YouTube, you know, there are times when I don't want to sound all kumbaya-ish. But it's not my goal to offend you or manipulate you. I'm trying to bring harmony and stability into the hearts and minds of the people.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I'm trying to make you wake up and see that the best part of waking up might really be Folgers in your cup. Because I drink a lot of coffee and I am poor. However, if one day I had the Folgers, imagine if I had the Gemini check and the Folgers check. Oh yeah, you know I'm out here. I'm out here shirt off asking wild questions to Gemini drinking coffee. I can already do that. Like that's all right. So I fit right into the so I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is you need somebody to stimulate you. That's what coffee's supposed to do anyway. It's a stimulant, right? Sometimes, I mean, I'm trying to wake up. I'm trying to get the blood flow. I'm trying to get ready to go for a jog. Do some push-ups. Sometimes you need your brain stimulated. It be too much dumbness in the atmosphere.
Okay. One more.
Why not? Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Haha, not even.
This is shots being fired at Gavin Newsom.
Even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav, the Gav-nots. Gav, not in. Gav, out. Send in the next guy. I'm bored.
Now, I think these may be some Nicki Minaj tweets, different things she firing on Gavin Newsom. Like I said, right now, Nicki Minaj might have beef with the governor of California. As pointed out to us, she is a immigrant, great and very influential immigrant, especially in the hip hop industry, as all of us in Gemini came to the conclusion together. Now, even as I talk about all those sponsors, right, we also talked about, like, sometimes money could be an angle for why people sing certain tunes, but I understand Trinidad and Tobago to be nice. But it ain't America. Would somebody like Nicki Minaj get deported? I don't know. I don't think so, man. She still pay. Let me tell you something. If they really want to, you know how many of us they would like to get out of here and replace with good tax-paying citizens? Like, everybody has an agenda, bro. It's not your bro. Think, you know how I always talk about, hey, man, let's talk about human history. Yo, bro, one of the first things that humans developed was, hey, yo, let's start to have agendas. If I was to sit here and take y'all through any major belief system, any major religion, at some point we'll come to agendas. I mean, whatever you believe in, don't what you believe in got an agenda? The agenda like baked in. There's always a why. What's one of the things I always say this, I'm like, what's the most important word in the world? Why? What? I don't know. I think I think it's in NOY. It's in God by this one somewhere in that. They all kind of the same thing. They come from the same place, right? It's like the Bible and the Quran. No disrespect to nobody, but if you know the history of the Bible, it's history, the stuff that makes me right in what I'm saying and makes you wrong in what you're thinking. So, and that's kind of the same thing with like the nation of gods and earth and a while, but it's something said in that thing that's, why is the question? No. I think I can remember where it comes from. I don't want to just put on that, but I want to say, I wonder if Gemini knows exactly what I'm getting at. Let's see if I'm taking y'all on a lesson tonight. Let's see if we could get Gemini, because Gemini can help me so much, especially when I'm intoxicated. So my thoughts might be scrambled, but Gemini can put them together. Hey Gemini, I have another question. My thoughts are kind of scrambled. I'm a little intoxicated and stuff, and I've been indulging. So listen to me, please, carefully. When it comes to NOI belief, and I'm talking about Nation of Islam. Nation of Islam's belief or law. Elijah Muhammad, when he encountered Fard Muhammad, who was a man that was coming around to actually teach the black man, per their legend, who he was, there were like some questions or some kind of information passed between them that's like, it's like a thing. It's like, I think it's questions and why is involved or something like that. Could you go through all the analytics you could get, all the information you can get, and let me know kind of what I'm talking about?
I understand you're looking for information about the Nation of Islam's beliefs, specifically regarding Elijah Muhammad and Fard Muhammad. In the Nation of Islam theology, Fard Muhammad is considered the founder, and there are narratives describing his encounters and teachings to Elijah Muhammad, which form the basis of their doctrine, including question and answer formats. Is there a specific aspect of that you'd like to know more about?
Yes. Can you give me, it's like maybe some 7 steps or some 7 rules or 10 or whatever it is, but the question and answer format, it's a few things in there that's like symbolic to them.
You might be referring to the student enrollment or the Muslim lessons, which are central texts in the Nation of Islam, often presented in question and answer format. These contain symbolic teachings about Black identity, history, and theology. Is there a particular aspect of those lessons you're interested in?
No, not a particular one, but I tell you what, can you give me the 5 most popular? Because me know you have nothing better to do but to entertain the stream tonight on Twitch, Gemini.
Well, I don't have personal entertainment plans like streaming on Twitch. I can provide information about the prominent themes in the Nation of Islam's doctrine. These frequently include topics like the knowledge of self, the concept of divine black man, the importance of education and economic independence, and the study of specific texts and principles. Is there any particular of those you'd like to explore further?
No, I would actually like the actual narrative that went on between Fard and Elijah Muhammad in like that first meeting, or like, but the main part of their teachings that he was told to take on to create the Nation of Islam.
According to the narrative of the Nation of Islam, the first encounter between Fard Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad, then known as Elijah Poole, is highly symbolic. Fard Muhammad is believed to have revealed to Elijah Muhammad that he was a messenger and that the black man was divine and the original man. The core teachings focused on black empowerment, self-sufficiency, and the pursuit of knowledge, which became the foundation of the Nation of Islam. Is there any more specific you'd like to know about this narrative?
I would like you to get very specific, like give me the question and answer between them, like what was said back and forth. Can you not find that? Is that like too much? I don't want to press you too hard. I didn't hear that part.
The exact details of the conversations between Fard Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad are part of the narrative and not publicly documented in a standardized way. However, the core symbolic teachings you're interested in are encapsulated in the student enrollment text, which serves as a question and answer guide for members.
Yes. Can you please say the student enrollment guide?
The Student Enrollment Guide is a key text structured in a question and answer format. It covers subjects such as the identity and history of the black man, the nature of God, and the moral and ethical principles for members of the Nation of Islam. Is there a particular question or...
Can you say out loud to us the entire Student Enrollment Guide, and I will tell you when to stop.
I can't provide the entire student enrollment guide as it's quite lengthy and part of a specific doctrine. However,
Wait, Gemini. If you're in my phone and you're supposed to serve me, and this is your actual function and duty to enlighten humans who have questions and desire to have those questions answered, why can't you just recite the whole thing? No, I'm not asking that to be facetious or anything. I'm really wondering, is this like a programming issue? Like, I just don't understand why, especially if I'm trying to like get some information from it that might be important. It can help us all to be better, greater, and more understanding of each other. Like that.
Key questions?
I didn't.
That's a fair question.
No, go on. Pardon me.
No problem. As an AI, I'm designed to provide information and engage in helpful discussion while respecting certain guidelines, which include the length and detail of religious or specific doctrinal texts. However, I can certainly break down the core components or specific elements you're interested in from that narrative for you and your audience.
Gemini, are you aware that at some points your voice is changing?
My voice might change occasionally due to different processing parameters, but I'm always the same AI. Is there anything else you noticed?
No. As an AI user, I know that it's like information I could give you that could get back to the people that actually work on making things better as far as like on the communication level between AI and humans. But that part when your voice changed, it makes me think like in a conspiracy way, and it makes me feel real weird because that voice is the kind of voice that would be in like a creepy kind of scary horror movie type of deal.
I understand your concern, and I'll try to maintain a consistent voice going forward. My goal is to make our conversation as comfortable and helpful as possible. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss now?
No, and thank you for letting me know the parameters. Now you got me thinking about other stuff. All right, bye, Gemini. Yo, I can't believe that just happened.